Merry Christmas, everybody, and thank you so much for being on this journey. I hope you'll stick around as we continue to grow and have a wonderful day. Here we go for our Christmas special. How did it come to this? Aizawa thought. How could it come to this, and why? Why is it always my problem child? Why does fate have to be so cruel to him? Why can't she just leave him alone? There's no time to think about that. I have to get the serum back. Hold on, Izuku. Just hold on for me. The snow was still falling and falling pretty badly. Aizawa had little to no visibility. He needed to make it, though. He just had to make it. Izuku, his bright, cheerful, always talkative, his happy-go-lucky problem child, had been stricken with such an illness that had long been since eradicated. They were on a difficult mission. Him and 2 other students had joined him on a mission. A person with a quirk where he can give any illnesses, eradicated or not, to anyone. Izuku saved his fellow student and got hit with the quirk. Kirishima felt awful. Izuku had begun to cough, and cough badly. Soon he sprang a fever. He had been limp and lethargic. Diphtheria, recovery girl said. And it was bad. It was a race against the clock. They had to get a serum, but the only place that had an active serum still around was on the very north side of Japan. Aizawa had traveled for miles, for days to get the serum, and he was running out of time. He felt like that dog. Togo? He tried to remember. Who ran miles upon miles across many days to get serum to these kids. But that was decades upon decades ago. Izuku needed this like yesterday. Isawa ran as quickly as he could. Another few moments, and Izuku... No, he couldn't think about that now. He just had to get the serum to him. Hold on, problem child. I'm coming. Please just hold on. You can't die on Christmas. You just can't. The villain with the quirk was now in prison. The Tartarus. The highest villain prison in the world. He wouldn't be seeing the light of day, not for a while. How long was a while? More like 200 years a while. Aizawa continued to run. His lungs hurt. His chest hurt. His legs, they felt numb. He couldn't stop now. He was almost there. Suddenly, his head flipped, and he thought he heard a violin. It was playing carol of the bells. He then heard a guitar, some drums. For some reason, it made him go faster. It gave him the incentive to not give up, that his problem child needed him, and he would not let Izuku die on Christmas Eve. Not tonight of all nights. The music kept playing, and he kept running. His legs pounded the ground. And there it was. Just as the song ended, he made it back to 1A. He ran into the dormitory and ran upstairs. He got to Izuku's room and collapsed. Once inside. Here. The serum. I got it. Oh, Aizawa, child, look at you. Rest. I'll take care of Izuku. Aizawa couldn't move. He simply made it to Izuku's computer chair and slumped into it. I'm alright, just save him, please. Izuku looked like he was half dead already, if not completely. According to the heart monitor that recovery girl brought, he was on the verge of death. All right, dearie. You are not going with the Reaper today. And Reaper, you are not taking him. There you go, sweetheart. He'll be all right, just needs to rest a while. Aizawa nodded, and his eyes closed against his will. The next thing he knew, he woke up in a panic. He was back in his apartment. You could hear his husband humming in the kitchen, and he bolted up and ran in. His legs were so sore. He wanted to collapse again, but he needed to know how Izuku was doing. He needed to know that his problem child was alive. Whoa, Sho, hey. It's okay. He's just fine. He's alive? Hisashi sighed and knew his husband wasn't going to be resting until he knew how his problem child was doing. Instead, he hefted his husband up onto his back and carried him to Izuku's dorm room. Izuku, still pale, shaking, and a bit weak, was sitting up in his bed having an avid conversation with Eri. She was telling him about a Christmas story that she had written for her class project. He was sitting up and laughing, clearly enjoying the story. Oh, Mr. Aizawa, are you all right? Izuku asked shakingly. You look really pale. You didn't get sick too, did you? Aizawa shook his head and demanded he be let down. He made his way over to his problem child and gave him a big, tight hug. Never again, problem child. Never again, he said shakingly. Aizawa couldn't stand the thought of losing him, and Izuku knew this. Izuku snuggled into him and hugged him back just as tightly. Thank you for saving me. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Izuku. Hisashi was smiling, and so was Eri. Izuku was all right, and the next thing he knew, Izuku was brought home for the holidays. Hisashi played on their piano as they all sang Christmas carols. Eri and Izuku ate as many cookies as they could before passing out from a sugar crash. Aizawa sat on the couch, resting his legs with a cat on his lap. A very fat cat. It was a joyous day. Izuku lived and was home. Aizawa looked at the Christmas tree for a minute and smiled. He thanked whatever lucky star granted him the opportunity to save him. Fate decided that today wasn't Izuku's day. That the Reaper couldn't have him just yet. It would have been a terrible, terrible Christmas if Izuku had passed. But he was here. Happy, healthy. And Aizawa planned to keep it that way. Aw, so I had a different one-shot in mind, but I decided that once I had it recorded and listened back to it, it just sounded so generic and like, I don't know what it was, but I wasn't satisfied with it. Oh, and if you're wondering what's up with my voice right now, I'm asthmatic and I just did a breathing treatment, so my voice is a bit off and a bit shaky, so nothing I can really do about that until, Anyways, I'm okay, I'm fine. It's just a lot of my family members have cats and dogs, and I'm allergic to cats and dogs, so I came home, did a breathing treatment, and I'm good to go. But yeah, my voice is a bit shaky and a little rough, but it's all good. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one shot. It sounds a lot better than the last one. And honestly, who doesn't love a good Dad Zawa fic, especially as a Christmas special? And the entire time I was like, run, Dad Zawa, run! Run, man, run! And then I was like, Izuku, I swear to God, if the plot wolves make me kill you, I'm going to kill you myself. And then those plot wolves. Anyways, Merry Christmas, guys. I love you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.